everyone, or hello Gary Vee, hello Ray Dalio. I've been following Ray for quite some time and really appreciate all his education. And I don't say that very often, do I? I actually never say that. Anyway, where were we? We were talking a little bit about I really actually like this conversation because there's a difference of opinion, but a very clear difference of opinion in education for an audience to come into the educational factor of how important getting an education is. However, the box that of which you put people in is an important conversation that I want to have. The problem is that we have people who are living in fantasy world around status quo and checking the boxes. And there's a common sense existence of dabbling in both scientific education from learning from those that have come before us, understanding that I don't want to say the word emotional intelligence. It's something similar to that. It's like the common sense of it, of a self-awareness, of strength in knowing reality versus chasing the dollar, but knowing that the dollar is the reward for your efforts as we are living in America. However, that's been taken away from us by women on this platform. So no longer is it the merit of hard work and effort, which is how America was built. It's off of seduction, arousal, and intrigue, because LA has taught women how to miscommunicate and to abuse audiences. And because they're getting paid for it and no one's telling them no, they don't register that it's bad behavior. So they have this wall up of denial and a government system that continuously pays them. How do they pay them? Viral pieces of content. Making people like myself who are really up to real conversation, they put us low on the totem pole, while they put foreigners such as Mona Vand, they make it occur as if she's up to something, and then people get wrapped up in a firestorm of energy, of short-lived stints of action, which is basically them walking from their bedroom into the kitchen and then coming right back into their living room and sitting down and do nothing. That is Mona Vand's strategy. That is her personal brand. And then what she does, because she has the money, is she hires all these people to do everything while she sits on her behind and people do her hair and makeup, while she asks that person to tell her that she's humble so that she can get it on camera to occur a certain way, while doing nothing but showing up in little stints of videos as if she's an actress, while she acts like an actress, yet no one's watching, especially on Facebook. So she complains about everything. She's negative about everything without actually being negative, because it occurs as if she's friendly, because she doesn't turn into who she actually is, because she's a trained actress. So, for example, it would be like you running into someone at the grocery store that you have a big beef with, and then you're able to, like your ex and his new girlfriend. And you have a really big problem with this, but because you're in public, you're able to control your emotions and pretend your way. Because what's at stake is the reputation of an influencer. However, that's not honest, and you're living out of integrity, and that's how Mona Vand lives, which means bottled up, as she says and proclaims it to be let it go, is never let go. She's holding on to all of that unrest and distortion of reality to create dementia for herself, to create illness for herself. But we always implied that she was handing it out to the audience. But that, in the eyes of an LA persona, is getting the audience in an upheaval to create a firestorm around the media. However, it's not really working like it used to, is it, ladies? Like Sophia Bush. See, Sophia Bush posted a picture or video to entice anger in me. However, it didn't work. I just posted the video and the picture, which for some of you in the audience, you got really angry But I, as I am a leader, tried to hold space so that you could move through that anger. She's really evil, isn't it? It's really evil what these people are doing. But this is when this means you can't relax. This is called they're high on their supply. It's like when you run into, for you, it would be running into a, I don't know if I want to use somebody who's, I will just say Gary Vee. If you run into Gary Vee, he gives you an autograph for free. And then you run around and say, oh, well, now I'm a big entrepreneur because I ran into Gary Vee. But that doesn't mean anything because you've never done anything. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to capitalize off of an encounter. And some of you have even got videos off of it. That's illegal. You don't deliver on anything, and you're definitely not ready to be viral. You're definitely not in the mindset of being grounded and structured and know the laws of life or morals and ethics to be viral. But he allowed you to go viral. And then you bragged around all these people who are jealous of you now because you made them jealous. Because that's a natural way of a human being to behave. But now you're an influencer. Only the people who are real leaders will understand that. So now he gave them an opportunity. He's high on his supply or her supply. And then he's praising them consistently when you know them as real people and you know they're not good people, they're bad people, their business plan is evil. Your business plan is better than theirs because you actually care about your customer. And there's a lot of different layers in this conversation around this topic. See, even the nicest people who really have the best intentions can get lost in the devil. See, that's the devil. It's something that is learned as you get older in life, that money doesn't mean anything and happiness is everything. However, they created happiness as a disease and joy in the uplift as a disease. A disease of anxiety and uncomfortable living to where they always chase it now. Because they don't know how to live in an easeful existence while working hard. They even put a stench on the word hard. So it would be like somebody who is working as a dental hygienist, and you love it when I bring this up, don't you? And you have 10 patients in the day, and the 10th patient at the end of the day, you are kicking yourself in the behind because that 10th patient has tenacious, gross calculus, and they're really annoying to work with. And it is a hard freaking work to make it through that last patient. And that's what's the missing link in all these people's businesses while they proclaim themselves to be hardworking. But take a look at what Mona Van produces as content. But she doesn't produce anything. She hires other people to produce it and then shows herself traveling all over the country while she packs her suitcase and wears fancy clothes that aren't even attractive. While she blocks out anyone who questions her. That's not freedom of speech. That's illegal, what she's done. That means she's trying to create a one-sided experience of education. That means your voice doesn't matter, and she's a Persian. You're an American. She's a Persian. There's nothing wrong with questioning someone, especially when the intent is to get educated. And what these people have done is that they've made it impossible to have differences of opinion, which means they created all-out brawls over the same conversation, meaning I said the same thing and you said the same thing, but we're coming at each other in different perspectives. And so whatever ensues is a fight versus a conversation. Or you come in a direction, you have a completely opposite opinion, but there's multidimensional perspectives. And then there's even worse of a brawl because all of the conversation is, I think, from the lowest grade individual who lie about everything, including how old they are and their degrees. However, they're surrounding themselves with industry, which is a protection factor, but not anymore. That would be what the Democrats have done to this nation to separate us from our